Hey everyone, welcome back to an episode of Create with Linda. So I'm coming on, guys, because this is Monday and it's 4:15 and I'm going to start dinner now. So this is my what's for dinner. So what I'm making tonight is I'm making chicken and stuffing. And I'm going to make it like, I'm going to make chicken and stuffing, shrimping casserole. Now I'm making the chicken and stuffing separate but then together. I'm going to put the stuffing on top of it and put it in the oven, almost like a little casserole kind of dish. So this is going to be good. I'm just doing this I'm just coming up with it, no recipe really, just, coming up with something. And as I'm talking to you, I'm being very good and I'm eating vegetables with some blue cheese dressing. So, yeah, so I'm going to cut up some onions and garlic. I have my electric frying pan here, guys. I'm doing it at the table here. Nice and convenient. So I'm going to get started cutting up the onions, and I have to cut up everything. The onions, the garlic, the chicken, and then we'll get started. All right, guys, so I'm cutting up the onion now. I cut up one. I'm just doing a half of this one. Not even a half, because I think I have enough onion. That onion was pretty big. Cutting them fairly small, so I don't want them really huge in here. So, I don't know, I think I have too much onion. I think I'm going to have to just take half of this probably. Alright. Rest I'll put in a Ziploc bag and I'll use it for other stuff. Believe me, we use onion all the time for everything. Let's put a little olive oil in here. Yeah, that should be good. These I'll save. I'll put in a Ziploc bag. And we'll use it for burgers or for salad or whatever. I'm going to load this a little bit. I don't want it to be too high. And I'm going to slice up the garlic. Yeah, come over here for me. I totally fell spoon. That's good for outside with Bill probably torturing Brody. I'm going to let this saute a little bit, then I'm going to put the garlic in at the end. After this, the onion saute. You know what? I think I'm going to put a little more onion. It looks like it needs a little bit more. That's typical me. So I was sitting on the couch before, and I just didn't know I couldn't come up with what to make for dinner. I'm like, constantly, I just want new ideas, So I went on some YouTubers, and I looked, and I put some things together in my head, and this just came to me. I was like, chicken with, I can't believe I did this good. It's chicken and stuffing put together. Ooh. So yummy, guys. I'm making a big mess over here. Alright, so let me get the garlic. I have garlic peels in here. I'm using my cheese grater thing. And I just put plastic wrap over it. Yeah, there we go. Just so the cheese, just so the smell in the refrigerator doesn't come. It doesn't get the garlic, everything all smelling like garlic. I have so many jars, I couldn't find them, so I just use this. All right. I like how this thing cooks. Cooks really nice. Really nice.
Well, where are you cooking at?
In in my electric frying pan. So what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna get the chicken after this. This mixture that I'm making right here is for the stuffing. I usually put sausage in my stuffing, but don't have any because I just used all of it yesterday in the other meal that I made. So, no stuffing in this. I mean, no, no sausage in this. I'm going to put some celery in it too, I think. Just a little bit of celery. Alright guys, so I lowered this. Now I'm going to put it on again, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the chicken in here, starting to saute the chicken, because eventually I'm going to put everything in the silver pan, in this pan, tinfoil pan, mix it all together, and then put the stuffing on top, and then bake it in the oven. But I want to saute the chicken and get some flavor on it and all that before I do that. Because I don't want to just put the raw chicken in the oven with the stuffing and everything. I want the chicken to have some flavor. So that's what I'm doing. I'm cutting this chicken like just in like big fat strips. I'm not going to chunk it because I just don't want to. I just feel like cutting it like this, like these pieces here. So, I have a couple of pieces over there that I have in the strainer that I had frozen in the freezer that I took out that I'm gonna add to this too. Last night we had baked ziti. I made, if you saw my Sunday dinner video, I made 2 trays of baked ziti. So I have one tray, and we put one tray in the freezer, and I have like a quarter of a tray left downstairs in the refrigerator, so we'll have like for lunches and whatever anybody wants, we'll use it. I figured while I was making it, I would make 2 trays this way and just utilize one and put it in the freezer, and we can take it out, one morning before dinner and let it thaw out and bake it. It'll be really yummy. It came out delicious. So that I felt good about that, because it was like making, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. And, I was able to make another meal, which is perfect. So it's very helpful when you do that. I don't do that often. I really don't. I should do it more often. Really make ahead meals, but I don't. Probably because I just never know what I want. Like I told you today, it took me forever to decide what I wanted to make for dinner. I just can't decide. All right, let's put all this chicken in here. Let this get sauteing. I don't want these onions and celery and garlic to burn. You guys can see that, right? I'm going to hide it just a little now because the chicken is in here. We'll let this cook a little bit and cut up the other, and then I'll start seasoning it. I'm using boneless chicken thighs, guys. So nice and tender. I'm going to wait a few minutes because they're still, I don't want to overcrowd the pan. Cutting the fat off. And a nice amount of chicken here because I have a big family, guys. You know that. Big family. Let's add some more in. I'm gonna hire it. Go with the other chicken that's in the strainer. I'm about to take this one batch out of here and put it into the pan. I'm just gonna let it go another minute or two, and then I'm gonna put the other chicken in. Now I'm gonna try to leave as many of the celery and onions and all that in this pan because I really want it for the stuffing. I don't know if I made a mistake by putting the chicken in with all those seasonings. I really was making that mainly for the stuffing, but it is what it is. I'll just season it up well with butter and all that, because what I'm using is I'm using the, where'd the stuffing go? Bill, did you touch the stuffing?
It's in the drain board.
Oh, I'm using the herb seasoned stuffing. I'm not using like the instant box stuffing. I'm using the other one with the, you know, like the bread. But that's fine. All right, so I'm just gonna, when I put them into the pan, I'm just gonna bang it so I get all the stuff, you know, most of the stuff off of there. Sorry about the noise. You'll have all that flavor in there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix the stuffing up with hot water in a bowl, and then I'm gonna put it in here and like kind of saute it. I'm doing it differently today. I feel like doing something different. Sorry about the noise. So guys, comment down below what you guys are doing for dinner. It's November 1st here in upstate New York. Nice day today. Honestly haven't been out, so, but it's a little chilly, I heard. But it looks nice out, and it's November 1st. So I'm trying to get my stuff together, figuring out what I'm going to do for the month of November. I'm doing, I have a collab, an open collab on November 10th with casseroles, like party casseroles. And I'm doing an open collab with Jessie from the Hodgepodge Life for Jessie, December 4th. She does a collab where she, for Christmas, she does meals from like your favorite Christmas movie. Anything, appetizers, dinners, desserts, anything. Alright, let's put these in now. Get these all in. I seasoned those when they were in there. I didn't season the other side, but that's all right. I seasoned the one side well. And all these, I'll wash my hands. All these things are going to be seasoned very well, so everything's going to come together. You know what I mean? It's going to all be seasoned. All right, so we're going to let this saute, you know, let this get these brown a little bit. Let me put some seasonings on these. Salt. Remember, guys, you gotta season in levels. Otherwise, the food's not gonna have any flavor. You're gonna be like, it doesn't really taste like anything. So just make sure. I have garlic powder, onion powder, salt and pepper, and a little bit of Italian seasoning. Yes, Italian seasoning. Okay, I'm going to let this saute. I'm going to wash up, get rid of all this chicken stuff because, you know, chicken, you got to be careful. And then I'll be back. I got all the chicken out. Now I'm putting this on. I'm going to I mixed this up with water, the stuffing, and or like 3/4 of a stick of butter, maybe a little bit more than a half a stick. Mixing this up, I put a little bit of basil and salt and pepper in it. I'm gonna put some garlic powder and onion powder in this. And I put chicken broth. Okay, I'm trying to give it as much flavor as possible because I usually put sausage in my stuffing, and I didn't put sausage in it, so. But I'm sure it'll be delicious. I do have fresh parsley too. I gotta get it out and put some fresh parsley in this. You know what? I think I might add a little bit more of the stuffing mix, because there's only a drop left, and it's fine. It soaks up, really soaks up the broth. This is what I use, guys. The stuffing. There's so much flavor in this pan right now. It's gonna be awesome. All right, let's put this in there with this. This is the first time I ever made stuffing like this. I never made it like put it in a pan before and made it like this. But hey, listen, gotta try different things, guys. You're not gonna die. You know what I mean? It'll be fine. Looks awesome already. I'm gonna higher the flame. Guys, it's got all this onions and the garlic and celery and chicken broth. And butter. So what I have is, I have all the chicken here. Now I'm just wondering what I should do as far as, I wonder if this pan is even big enough for all this. I'm trying to think how I'm going to do this. If I'm going to put, I'm going to put the top on this and let this simmer a little bit. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna cook you know, put everything together, because I want it to be able to serve it a certain way. Okay, all right. Let me just do something. I put this chicken in another pan because I needed a longer, deeper pan. Okay, because it's there's a lot of chicken in here. So now what I'm doing is loading the stuffing up and spreading it out on top. Stuffing is amazing. Came out so good. You could make your own homemade stuffing. Like you could make it just as fast as you'd use like the instant stove top or whatever. This is just as, it's better because it doesn't have all that like sodium in it and stuff. It's like, you know, it's all breadcrumbs and bread and all that hardened like croutons, and it's just better for you. So and all you gotta do is put hot water in it, butter, and it gets really soft. Then you put all the seasonings you want in it, and it's just like, it's better than stovetop. You know, it's your own homemade stuffing, and it's just as quick and just as easy. So good, guys. This is a nice dish for the fall and winter.
Mommy, we're gonna have stuffing for Thanksgiving.
Yeah. This is how I make my stuffing for Thanksgiving, but except I put sausage in it, and of course a lot more, you know, celery and onions and garlic and all that. But that's the only thing that's different. That's not in it right now is sausage. Otherwise, it's exactly the same. And of course, it comes out so good when you put it in the bird's butt. I'm sorry, God. That'd be so graphic, but that's the truth. Alright. This is gonna be so freaking yummy. Nice chicken thigh. Now I'm going to put this in the oven at 375. I don't know, probably for about 15-20 minutes. Just as long, so because the chicken wasn't all the way done. It was just, you know, halfway done. A little bit more than halfway done. So I want to make sure that the chicken's done, obviously. So I'm going to keep it in there for about 20-25 minutes probably. Just going to flatten this out a little bit. Guys. So good. All right. There we go, guys. Look at this. Nice weeknight meal. Not really time consuming. The only really part that's time consuming is cutting up the chicken, putting it all together, and that's it. And then it's going to go in the oven for 20-25 minutes, and you're going to have a nice meal. I'm going to make string bean casserole. I'm going to put this in the oven and make a quick string bean casserole right in this pan. I'm going to rinse this out, and I'm going to use this and make string bean casserole in here. It's just canned string beans. I'll show you. And the cream of mushroom soup, salt and pepper, garlic powder, onion powder in the oven with cheese on top. Awesome. All right, let's get this in the oven, guys. Here we go. Excited for this. I put 4 cans of string beans in here. And I'm going to put 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup. One. And 2. Two cans. I think 2 cans is enough because if you put more than 2, it's going to be soupy, and I don't like when it's soupy. There's some butter. I put a little couple pieces of butter in here. I'm going to season it with salt and pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder, guys. You know that. Give this a good mix. Yeah, I almost feel like it does need another can, but I don't want to put it. I think it's going to be overkill, and I don't want to use just a half a can, so I think it'll be okay. I think it's plenty. Yeah. It spreads out very nicely. It's concentrate, so it's, you know, no milk in it. It's all chicken. It's all cream and mushroom soup. All right. Little onion. That's garlic. Little onion. I got something on my shirt, but I have to little. Some salt. Some pepper. And then since the oven's on already, I'm just going to put this in the oven. Sometimes I cook it in my, used to cook it in my George Foreman, my toaster oven thing. And I could probably do the same over here with my new one. But I'm just going to put it in the oven since the oven's on already. Yeah, this is definitely creamy enough. Perfect. 2 cans are perfect. I'm just going to kind of flatten it out a little bit. And then once it's all bubbly and hot, I'll put cheese on it. The cheese will melt. And we'll be ready to eat, guys.
Mommy, you want me to come help you?
No, honey, I'm good. Thank you. All done, guys. String bean casserole going in the oven. Done. Here's the string bean casserole. Here is the stuffing with the chicken. That's Jenny's plate. And guys, we're having cranberry sauce with it. A little taste of Thanksgiving tonight. My plate, I got cranberry sauce, some delicious stuffing, some string bean casserole, and the chicken's under there, underneath the stuffing. So I'll let you guys know how this is on my next video. So excited, guys. It should be delicious. So guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit all the buttons on the bottom, the share, the notification button, the bell, all of that if you guys like this video. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys. Have a great night.